What's some practical advice you could give people based on your future predictions, whether it's how and where they live, what they're doing for work, what they're doing to start to educate themselves, learn new skills? What advice might you offer people?
Well, there's a lot of different directions people can go, and it depends on their ability. Depends on their living situation, their family situation. But I think a lot of it has to do with go meet your neighbors. That's kind of a first thing, so that you are feeling a little bit more connected. And if something goes wrong, you know somebody close by that could probably help. In our co-housing neighborhood, we only have 11 households, but we know everyone else. We know their skills. We know their talents. We know their uniquenesses. So that really helps build a sense of community. I think becoming more local, so supporting local businesses, supporting buying local food. I know it's more expensive. Maybe you can grow a little bit more. I mean, more and more people are raising chickens. Not roosters, but chickens, to be able to have, fresh eggs nearby.
You could turn table scraps into eggs. I had chickens for a while.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. It's like magic. You're like, oh, I've got all this, just scraps of vegetables and food, and the chickens will, lovingly eat it and turn into eggs for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that's all true. So I think part of it is just being more efficient in what you do. Instead of going and getting a coffee cup and buying coffee and getting a coffee cup every time, bring your coffee mug. I know it's a little thing, but I think we use like 100 million coffee cups a month in the country.
And those cups are poisoning us. They look like they're paper, but they're really plastic. You put hot water in plastic, and that plastic is seeping into the water, and now you're drinking plastic, and it affects us in many negative ways, and it's really hard to get it out of the body once it's in.
Yeah. I think what you're doing around microgreens is really important, because that's a way that you can grow food very locally, very high, very nutritious, very energy efficient. So all of those things help. That's kind of touching on 3 or 4 different areas. Living in homes that are as energy efficient as they can be. I think that's a piece of it. But even more so, being able to collaborate with neighbors. We have 1 lawnmower and 1 snowblower for 11 households where I live at Nomad. So that's another example of being able to just use less resources and use it well. Car sharing. I mean, we are a member of Colorado Car Share. So when I need a car, I don't have a car here right now. And part of what we are doing is just when we need it, we then just go and rent it for a few hours. And it's way cheaper than maintaining a car. It's cheaper than renting, a car from a main car rental company.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in here and give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's podcast, B Micro, the easiest way to sneak vegetables into any meal. Due to soil depletion, GMOs, and monocropping, Americans are not getting enough nutrients. So in 2018, I founded B Micro, the first freeze-dried microgreens company in the U.S. to help Americans get more concentrated natural nutrients into their diet. Microgreens are a phase in the plant's life when they're 14 days old and naturally the most concentrated in vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all the good things that we need. Our microgreens are grown here in the U.S. in soil in a greenhouse. They're certified USDA organic and regenerative organic. We grow, wash, and freeze dry them to extend their 1-week shelf life to over 1 year, allowing us to ship anywhere in the U.S. without the worry of spoilage. We have 2 flavors, broccoli, backed by over 2,000 studies on sulforaphane and its powerful detox benefits, and a blend of red cabbage, radish, and broccoli, the most potent detox formula we've tested, offering you the most bang for your buck. Easily sneak these microgreens in any meal. Eggs, smoothies, pizza, pasta, even your kids' mac and cheese, you can't even taste it. Use code STEVE15 to save at bmicro.farm.
So there's creative ways that you can do it. There's scooters everywhere, so you can get around, so you don't really need a car. Over the last 1.5 years, I've been living in Costa Rica. So I'm beginning that transition of being, once we sell our house here, we'll be moving to Costa Rica full-time. And I've been consulting on an eco-village there, actually 2 different eco-villages, which is kind of like co-housing, but times 10. Where you have housing, you have people that are collaborating, working together. One of them has a school that's connected to it. One has a farm, a permaculture farm that's connected to it. So again, it's trying to reweave the neighborhood in such a way that you end up having a lot of the things that you need really close by, and knowing your farmer, knowing the people that you work with, knowing your neighbors, collaborating on things, sharing resources, and all of those things. So, being able to do more of that intentionally here, I think, would be certainly a step in the right direction.
What would it cost somebody to get into that eco village in Costa Rica? Say I'm interested. I want to go live in your eco village.
I mean, the cost can vary a lot, and it depends. There's a number of places there where it's more communal, where you may not have your own house. You may be part of a larger house, and you go there, and there may not be a cost to get involved. But you're working, you're contributing to that community. Then there's ones where you go, like one of the ones that we were consulting with, you would buy a lot. And that can be everywhere from $100,000 up to $300,000 in those that I know of. I know there's some that are even less and more expensive. And then you build something. You could maybe build a yurt or a container house, a tiny house, or you can build something much bigger. So it really does vary quite a bit. But I think the bigger issue is being willing to move yourself and your family from here to another place. And that's something that I suggest if people are curious about that they do it, they test it out. I mean, we planned to go to Costa Rica for 3 months during the rainy season to see how that was. And it turned into a year and a half being there and saying, yes, we want to do that. Doesn't hurt that things here are feeling so divisive that it doesn't feel, as good or as safe to be in the U.S.